Yo, what's up everybody? It's your guy DJ Zine, back with another video, and let me tell you, this one is major key alert. We're diving deep into the world of conspiracy theories. You know, those crazy ideas that make you question everything you thought you knew. Some people think it's all BS, but I'm telling you, some of this stuff will make you think twice. Like, what if everything we've been told is a lie? What if there's a whole other side to reality that we're not seeing? It's like, the more you think about it, the more you realize that anything is possible, you know? And that's what makes these theories so fascinating. So buckle up, because we're about to go down the rabbit hole and explore some of the craziest, most mind-blowing conspiracies out there. Number 5. Okay, so this one is a classic. It's one of those conspiracy theories that just won't go away. We all know the story, right? The whole world watched in awe as humans set foot on the moon for the first time. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. It was a moment that defined an era. But what if I told you it was all a lie? What if everything we saw was just a well-crafted illusion?
People have been saying for years that the moon landing was staged. It's a theory that has persisted through decades. They say the footage was shot in a Hollywood studio, complete with props and special effects. They argue that the shadows in the photos are all wrong, inconsistent with the lighting conditions on the moon. And then there's the American flag, seemingly waving in the wind. But there's no wind on the moon. I mean, come on, look at the evidence. It's all there right in front of us. They couldn't even get the lighting right. The shadows are all over the place, making it look like a poorly lit movie set. And the shadows? Don't even get me started on the shadows. They just don't add up. It's like they didn't even try to make it look real. The whole setup looks suspiciously fake. And the flag? Don't forget about the flag. It's one of the most glaring pieces of evidence. It's like they just stuck it on a fan or something. It's so obvious. How could they expect us to believe it? I'm telling you, something fishy is going on here. There's too much that doesn't add up. Why would they lie about something like this? What could be the reason behind such a massive deception? What are they trying to hide? What secrets are buried beneath this supposed achievement? Some people say it was all about the Cold War, a strategic move in a high-stakes game of global dominance. That America wanted to win the space race against Russia, even if it meant faking it. The stakes were incredibly high. Others say it was about money, that NASA was getting billions of dollars in funding, and they didn't want to lose it. The financial incentives were enormous, and the pressure to deliver results was immense. Whatever the reason, one thing's for sure. The moon landing is one of the biggest and most enduring conspiracy theories of all time. It continues to captivate and divide people. And I don't know about you, but I'm starting to think there might be something to it. The more you look, the more questions arise.
Number 4. Okay, so we all know about Area 51, right? It's that mysterious place that has been the subject of countless conspiracy theories and wild speculations. That super secret government base in the middle of the Nevada desert? The one that's shrouded in secrecy and surrounded by miles of barren land? The one they don't want you to know about? The one with all those restricted area signs and heavily armed guards?
Well, guess what? People have been saying for years that Area 51 is where the government is hiding. Aliens! Yes, you heard that right, aliens. They say they've got crashed UFOs, alien bodies, all sorts of crazy stuff hidden away in there. Imagine the kind of technology and secrets that could be locked up in those hangars, and they're not telling us because they're afraid of what we'll do if we find out the truth. They fear mass hysteria, panic, and the collapse of societal norms. I mean, think about it. Why else would they be so secretive about it? Why all the security? Why the no-fly zone? What are they hiding? The level of secrecy is unprecedented. People have claimed to have seen UFOs near Area 51 for years. Strange lights, unexplained flying objects, and bizarre phenomena have all been reported. Some people even say they've been abducted by aliens and taken there. These stories are chilling and often share eerily similar details. And then there's Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar is this guy who claims to have worked at Area 51 back in the 80s. His revelations have added fuel to the fire. He says he saw real-life alien spacecraft and even worked on some of the technology himself. According to him, the technology was far beyond anything we have today. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty convincing to me. His detailed descriptions and technical knowledge make his claims hard to dismiss. The government denies everything, of course. They stick to their story that it's just a regular military base. They say it's just a regular old military base, a place for testing new aircraft and training soldiers. But come on, who are they kidding? We're not buying it. The secrecy, the stories, the eyewitness accounts, it all points to something much bigger.
Number 3.
They control everything. The Illuminati is real.
This one is a little out there, even for me, but hear me out. The Illuminati, right? That secret society that's supposedly been controlling the world for centuries? Well, some people think they're real, and they're not just some harmless group of dudes hanging out in robes and chanting. They're talking about powerful people, celebrities, politicians, you name it. They're all in on it. They say the Illuminati is behind everything from the music industry to the government to the banks. They're pulling the strings, controlling everything and everyone. And they're doing it all in secret, of course. They say you can see their symbols everywhere, like on the dollar bill, in music videos, even in movies. It's all about subliminal messaging, you see. They're trying to control our minds. Now, I don't know if I believe all that, but it's definitely creepy to think about. And there are definitely some strange coincidences out there. Like, what's up with all the triangles? And the eye in the pyramid? It's everywhere. Number 2.
They're spraying us. The truth about chemtrails.
Have you ever looked up in the sky and seen those white trails coming out of airplanes? You know, the ones that stay there for hours and spread out, forming weird cloud patterns? Well, those aren't just regular contrails, my friend. Those are chemtrails, and they're spraying us with something. But what? Some people say it's chemicals to control the weather. Others say it's mind control drugs. And some even say it's to make us sicker so that the big pharmaceutical companies can make more money. I mean, think about it. Why else would there be so many of these trails in the sky? And why do they linger for so long? Regular contrails disappear after a few minutes, right? They say the government is behind it, of course. But why? What's their goal? It's scary to think that we could be breathing in harmful chemicals without even knowing it. And the government isn't telling us anything. Why are they keeping us in the dark? What are they hiding? Number 1.
Who really killed JFK? The assassination cover-up.
This one's a real head-scratcher. The assassination of JFK is one of the most tragic and mysterious events in American history. It shook the nation to its core and left a lasting impact on the world. And to this day, people are still debating what really happened that day in Dallas. Theories and speculations have only grown over the years. The official story is that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone, that he shot the president from that book depository window, and that's it. Case closed, right? But a lot of people don't buy it. They find it hard to believe that one man could pull off such a monumental act alone. They say there were too many inconsistencies, too many loose ends. The evidence just doesn't seem to fit together neatly. Like, what about the second shooter on the grassy knoll? Witnesses reported hearing shots from that direction, and the magic bullet that supposedly hit both JFK and Governor Connolly? The trajectory seems almost impossible, It just doesn't add up. The more you dig, the more questions arise. So if Oswald didn't act alone, who was behind it? Who had the motive and the means to carry out such a plot? Some people say it was the mafia, that JFK had double-crossed them and they were out for revenge. They had the resources and the connections. Others say it was the CIA, that they were unhappy with JFK's policies and wanted him gone. They had the expertise to orchestrate such an operation. There are even theories that Fidel Castro was behind it, or the Soviet Union, or even Lyndon B. Johnson himself. Each theory has its own set of compelling arguments. The truth is, we may never know for sure what really happened that day. The mystery remains unsolved, shrouded in secrecy and speculation. But one thing's for sure. The JFK assassination is a conspiracy theory that will never die. It continues to captivate and intrigue people around the world, keeping the debate alive. You decide, what's the truth? Wow, we just went deep into some seriously mind-blowing stuff. From faked moon landings to alien cover-ups, to secret societies controlling the world, to chemtrails poisoning our air, to presidential assassinations, it's enough to make your head spin. It's crazy to think that some of this stuff might actually be true. Or maybe it's all just a bunch of nonsense. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to question everything. So tell me, what do you think? Which conspiracy theory do you find most convincing? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-blowing content.